Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Hi everyone, it's me, Dan. Sorry, just excuse me, I'm just rolling myself in. I'm super excited because I bought something brand new, brand new, and it's arrived this morning. I have them ready to swatch and see what I think about them, and it is quite a little haul. So I treated myself to these. I seen Tim's live announcing them on YouTube last week, and then I just had to have them. But I didn't just get one. So this is set one. I got set two. And I got set three. And they are the brand new Distress watercolour pencils. They are woodless, highly pigmented water pencils. Now, on Tim's live, he did say that these weren't made with colourists in mind. They were made with makers in mind. But I do like basing things in a lot of watercolour mediums. I love working with water mediums. And I love the Distress colour palette. And when I seen the colours in these three sets, I was like, I love that colour, I love that colour, I love that colour. Like, they contain a lot of like my favourite Distress colours. So I just thought, let's just get them and see what I like. So I got these from Art from the Heart. They are £25 a set, or they had a bundle, which was £70. So I got the bundle. I know the first batch had sold out and the pre-orders for the second batch are on. So I'll put a link to that down below in the description. I've set up my, so let's have a look at them. So they came sealed like this. I've opened set one just because I wanted to have a little try. Because sometimes I think when I've swatched out the first one, which was Kitsch Flamingo, I've just realised what I've done. I've put Kitsch Flamingo. I've put Picked Raspberry on the Kitsch Flamingo. It's fine. I'll just do it above it. It's my swatch book. But I'll swatch it out again. Anyway, I thought I'd swatch it out off camera so I could have a think about it. Because sometimes when you're like trying these things on camera, you're thinking about what you're saying. You're not really thinking about the product. So I have swatched one pencil. They come in this little tin. This lid is just like a flimsy. This is like a metal. And this is just plastic. It's very light. And then inside they were in this like little cover, and then they're all packaged like quite securely in this little plastic tray, which I will leave them in this just for ease. The pencil itself is pure pigment with a sticker. Now you can sharpen this sticker. I haven't sharpened this, but you can see it's just been used a tiny bit. So I think they're going to last quite a while, I'm not going to lie. Especially if you just like basing things. I think backgrounds will be good as well. And the good thing about the Distress palette is all of the colours really go together. So you don't have to worry about blending. You can sharpen them to a really fine point. I know they fit in the Prismacolor sharpener. I've not tried any in mine yet because I'm probably not going to sharpen them until I need to. I don't necessarily need them really to have a sharp point. But then let me just put this lid back on so they don't all fall out. On the back it has this sticker, which is brill because it has the palette on. So set one, all of the palettes are mixed, so you get a good palette. They're not kind of like, there's not like a, I don't know, like a dual palette or like a vintage tone palette. They're just a palette of colours that kind of have a nice rainbow like selection in. So in the set one, you've got Picked Raspberry, Fired Brick, Rusty Hinge, Mustard Seed, love. Peel Paint, Savage Patina, love. Speckled Egg, love. Salty Ocean, one of my favourites. Villainous Potion, one of my favourites. Walnut Stain, Black Soot, and Picket Fence, which is the white. Set two, which is this one. We've got Kitsch Flamingo, Barn Door, Spiced Marmalade, Fossilised Amber, Twisted Citron. I love that. I have the Oxide, it's beautiful, like sharp green. Cracked Pistachio, Mermaid Lagoon, which I absolutely love. Iced Spruce, Prize Ribbon, I love that. Seedless Preserves, I love that. Antique Linen and Vintage Photo. So some of these colours I haven't actually tried, which is good. And set 3, we've got Tattered Rose, Candied Apple, Crackling Campfire, Wild Honey, Crushed Olive, Rustic Wilderness, Peacock Feathers, Tumble Glass, Faded Jeans, Shaded Lilac, Frayed Burlap, Hickory Smoke. So if I just lay them like that, just have to ignore the ring light. Let me do it like this. 36 colours. It's 12 in a set. Quite a nice selection, I think. So like, for example, this Tumble Glass will blend lovely into this Mermaid Lagoon. Tumble Glass and Salty Ocean is like a combo in the inks I use all the time. Like this Tattered Rose would go lovely with like maybe one of the darker reds. So they are good sets, I think. I have set some swatches up in my swatch book that is literally falling apart because the cat decided to chew it. I really need to try and fix it. So there is, it's not that, that's not Kitsch Flamingo, that is Picked Raspberry and Fuming, but I have already swatched it out so I could see. They did react really nice. And obviously they reactivate when you apply more water on them. So that's quite good. And also something to bear in mind, these are not like an Inktense. So I didn't really think that through. Should be alright. So I thought, let's swatch out set 1 together. We'll activate them together. Then I might speed through the other swatches. We'll see how long it takes. So let's start off with set 1. Take the lid off. And we'll go with Picked Raspberry. So these are, they're a hard pigment. They are quite thin. I do kind of feel like I'm going to snap it in half because it's that thin, but my chroma floors are thin and I get used to them. Prismas are the same. Just zooming in. So that was quite a light layer. I'm just going to build it up the layer here. I think we'll swatch them all out first and then activate them all. I just like to see how dark I can get, like the end of the start of my swatch, and then the colour's laying down quite nice. So, Fired Brick. Now these, apparently, and I might do a test if I can find it. Oh, that one's nice. Now I'll be honest, I don't think I would use these to like dry colour with. I will probably always activate them. Rusty Hinge. Oh, that's nice. I've not got this ink, so it's quite nice to see. But I might do an ink. I'll show you an ink comparison because obviously the colour is slightly different, but so I don't want this to be like a really ridiculously long video, so I might speed the other swatches up, but we'll do this one together. This is Mustard Seed, which I do love this colour. We'll do some blending with them and see what happens. But apparently you can also colour over the ink too, because they are that highly pigmented. The ink, the pigment in the pencils will kind of be more, I don't know what the word is, like the ink will kind of the pigment in the pencil will overpower the ink. Oh, that is a nice green. They are really firm. They're a little bit kind of crumbly, but not overly so. They're holding a point quite well. Salvage Patina is one of my absolute favourite colours. As a dry pencil, oh, that is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Beautiful. But then fades out quite quick, so let's just go back over. So I'm thinking of these will be brilliant for like basing things. I definitely think backgrounds. That is quite a nice collection of colours so far, isn't it? I am liking it. I'm excited to see them. I love speckled egg. They're definitely like, they're not creamy. Like, you know how the Albert and the, I think the Museum Aquarelles feel quite creamy when you're colouring. These are not. These feel quite dry, which is fine. I don't mind that, and I say I will not be using these to dry colour with. Sorry, just having a drink. But I wouldn't use my Albert or my Museums to dry colour with because I have enough pencils anyway. So I would put, oh yes. So Salty Ocean is one of my absolute favourite inks, and this is beautiful. Oop. I am actually going to colour with these, so you can see what happens. Not in this video, but in the next one. I'm going to do a page in Cute and Creepy, I think. Because I'm interested to see how the line work in the colouring book shows through. Villainous Potion is one of my absolute favourites. I think it was kind of like when it was the first new ink release. When I'd kind of got into the distress inks in my colouring books, Villainous Potion was the first release, I think. But I do think these might be quite good for backgrounds. So that was Black Soot. Got Walnut Stain, Black Soot, and Picket Fence. Now this sticker that's on it, it does just peel. It just peels normally. So you don't really need to worry about peeling it off. Just whack it in, sharpen it, and it's white, you can't see it, but it is there. So that is set one. Just going to put this little cover back on. Got quite a nice little, I've got this little basket thing that I'm going to just pop them in, and they do actually fit in quite nice like that, so they'll just go on my desk and fit in. Let's activate them then and see what they are like. Now, so that was quite like, you can see this, like, not scratchy, but the pencil marks, they have completely gone. They have dissolved, activated, I'm not sure what the word is, but really well. This brush is not the best either, but never mind. So that's Picked Raspberry, beautiful. I do love that pink, it's just super bright. This is Fired Brick, so I've never tried this ink, so I'm not sure. Oh yes, that is a nice colour. Look at that, beautiful. I'm gonna have to get that ink. So obviously I've really not put much pigment on this bottom bit, so it is quite, you can kind of translucent, you can see through it. It's got, but then up here where I have really pressed hard, it is like very, very pigmented. Rusty Hinge, I've never tried this one, but I think I'm feeling it. Like an orangey brown. Nice. Nice tree colour over the top like that. I love mustard seed as an ink. It's super yellow and vibrant. Oh yeah. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I will zoom out when I've activated all these. Are just... Oh, I didn't clean that off very well. It's got a bit of mustard seed in it, but never mind. This peel paint I do love. In the inks, it's such a lovely colour. I'm being a bit rubbish at cleaning off. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I can see it already. A lovely colour. Love that. This is going to be very pale. So it's kind of like a duck egg blue grey. I always think even in the ink, it's not very like pigmented. That will probably need like more layers, but I can see it. It's nice. It's very pale. I'm excited for this one. It's one of my absolute favourite colours. I've been genuinely excited to get these all week since it said that they'd been dispatched. I was like, yes. Ah, that is absolutely stunning blue. How nice is that? Just clean the blue off. I'm excited about this one. Villainous Potion. This water brush is terrible. Give me 1 minute. I'm just going to keep, I'll just use it. Doesn't matter. Like Villainous Potion and Picked Raspberry together. One of my favourite combos. Beautiful. Never used walnut stain, so I don't know what this is like. That Fired Brick now has actually turned much more red now that it's dry, and that Rusty Hinge that I said would be like a good tree base for you to then colour over the top, it's gone a slightly more orange, but it's nice. I still think it would make a good base for for a tree. I've just squeezed out far too much water now. Black soot. Yeah, it's far too watery, it's not doing anything. Now that one, I don't know if it's because I've just used far too much water, but that's not like dissolved as good as the rest. Might just be me though, because this brush is horrendous. But we'll see. And then white, obviously, you can't see it, but I'll do it anyway. See if I can see it. It's just white. Zoom out a little second. So there is set one. I actually really like it. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Like, that is a mess, but that's probably my because I've just squeezed a load of water out and it's super wet. But lovely palette. So you don't have to buy all three. Like, that will probably do you. I'm going to go on to set 2 now. Not even opened it. So to show you, I've literally just took the top off. This lid sits nicely on the back, and again they've got this like cover on, which I will keep on them. The tray is just a plastic tray, but they sit comfortably in it, which is quite nice. And I'm just going to speed swatch out these so you don't have to watch me do that, and then we'll activate them together and see what I think. So as I said, I've already made a bit of a mistake because I don't know why I did it. I just picked raspberry and coloured it on Kitsch Flamingo, but I'm going to colour Kitsch Flamingo above it and we'll be able to see the difference, because you might think, well, it's just two, you've already got a pink and there's a pink in that one and a pink in the other set, but these will look different. So I'm going to speed through this and then activate them together. Okay, so they've swatched out. Stunning, absolutely gorgeous. This, I do like this one. I think I might prefer it to this one, but we shall see. So let's start off with Kitsch Flamingo. Now I've swapped my brush because I just wasn't feeling that other one. So let's see if this is any better. So you might think, oh, but you've done a pink, you've got a pink already, so why would you put a pink in the other set? But it's a completely different pink. It's a much softer, almost blush pink. It's really nice. Now, I'll be honest, these are not the best swatches because I genuinely was rushing. But look at that red. It's absolutely gorgeous. That barn door red is so good. Isn't that like the best, like, pumpkin-y orange ever? Now, I'll be honest, they are leaving, like, I can see some markings, but I think that's probably more due to like my application. If this was in a book, I would take much more, take my time and care. And make sure I was actually colouring properly, not just scribbling some colour down. But this is just for me, this is just so when I'm using them, I can see exactly what I'm going to get. That Twisted Citron is the best lime green ever. I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. I love it. That is a gorgeous colour, but again, quite pale. You're probably going to need a fair bit, I reckon, for that crap pistachio. It's lovely, a lovely mint green. Excited for this one. I absolutely love Mermaid Lagoon. It's one of my favourite inks. If I'm ever doing a blue background, I tend to always grab this. Again, probably not the best application. You can see where at the front where black actually covered it, it does react much better. That's beautiful. Beautiful, I love it. Iced Spruce. I'm not sure if I have this ink. I don't think I do. It looks grey, but I think it's like a grey green. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like a grey green. So I would say it's more grey than green. Oh, it has got green tint actually. It's nice. I love Prize Ribbon. Oh, maybe Prize Ribbon was the first release that I got, because I have got this paint. What I've started doing now is when they do the new release, I always get the ink, the oxide and the acrylic. That's beautiful, a beautiful blue, just because then it covers all options. I love working with the oxides as well, and the acrylics are really good. The tarnished brass metallic acrylic is beautiful. This colour is stunning. It is one of my favourite inks as well. Seedless Preserves, just beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. It's like the richest plum colour ever. I've not really cleaned that brush very well because Antique Linen is now pink. These are the worst swatches in the world, but I'm not bothered. I just want to see what these are like when activated, and I'm not really fussed how scribbly they look in here. I will be bothered if they're like this in a book. But so as I said, these were not made with artists. I'm not an artist, but like or colorists in mind. They were designed with makers in mind. So if you're not sure, then I would maybe just get one set if you want to try them and see. So there's set one. Love this one. Set two. How bright. Like the brightness has upped a level there, hasn't it? Feeling that one. That is a beautiful brown. That is an absolutely gorgeous blue. That is stunning, but will need more, I think, when applied to page. Super bright. I just love it. I love how pigmented they are. They are really bright colours. Right. So that was set two. Oh, let's open set three. So again, really well packaged. Again, the same lid. Fits nicely on the bottom. And this nice little cover. Right, I'm going to do the same as I've just done. I am going to speed swatch these out. I'm excited for this tattered rose. It looks beautiful. I'm going to speed swatch these out and then we'll activate together. Okay, see you on the flip side. Okay, so slightly different. We've got some muted tones in here now. So we've got like this frayed burlap. This crushed olive is a lovely yellowy green. Rustic wilderness is really dark green that I really like. I love peacock feathers and it does go quite well with tumbled glass. So those two together could be a really good combination. Let's activate them and see what we think. So as soon as I started colouring, I thought this would actually be a brilliant skin tone base. I do like using, I've started using Neo Colour as a skin base and then polychrome was over the top, but that's absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can, I'll show you properly when it's dry because it's a bit shiny in the ring light. This Candied Apple, it was so red when I put it down. Oh, I like that. And you can see it's different to the barn door. It is like that more redder red. That's a ridiculous thing to say, but think of like a red toffee apple. It's like that red, like a sweet red. Crackling Campfire, I'm sure I've got this. It's a nice orange, deep. It's like a deep orange, whereas this spiced marmalade was more of like a bright orange. And I think it's going to be like a yearly thing. I think they're going to be releasing each set, I think, like different sets each year, which will be exciting. I've also ordered, I'm just waiting for them to be delivered. I pre-ordered them. The new Halloween collection distress crayons. So I will do a video when they arrive. That is gorgeous. That what a gorgeous green. Right, peacock feathers. Love it. So nice. Obviously, I'll show you it better in a minute when I've swatched the ring lights, just making them shine. Tumble Glass is an ink that is very subtle, and it looks like the pencil is quite subtle too, which I don't mind because that's a good, you can put it down and blend over the top of it. I love this. I do genuinely love the Distress palette, if I'm being honest. I just think the colours are just really good. The brush is dry. But I really am liking how different the sets are, even though they contain a pink, they contain a red, they've got an orange, they've got a yellow, they've got a green, there's a blue, there's a few choices of blues in this. You know, they're not the same. I don't feel like, I've already got a blue and now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blues. I don't mind, the blues are different, so quite like that. So let me zoom out so you can see, and I'll just quickly go back through the sets. So set 1, set 2. That's Seedless Preserves and Villainous Potion. I can't wait to try together. And set 3. I actually really like them. As I say, I'm interested to see how they're going to lay down a book. I want to see how they are going to blend. Which is what the next little thing I'm going to do. So let me just grab a piece of card. And I'm just grabbing this white cardstock that I print my PDFs off on. And I think we'll have a little look what Mermaid Lagoon and Pride Ribbon actually blend like. As I say, I'm going to do some colouring, but I'm going to do it in a separate video. This is kind of just like a little bit of an experiment, a little bit of an explore. I'm going to grab an ink as well. So that we can colour over them. And see what that looks like. As well. Right, so we're just going to have a little bit of a play on here. So what did I just say we were going to try? We're going to try Mermaid Lagoon. And Prize Ribbon. So I'm thinking if it was me and I was colouring something, I tend to normally... Oh, they're going down on this paper really nice. That's exciting. I do tend to print Mystic Art mirrors off on this, so that should be quite fun. And then if I was going to blend, I just literally lay it on top with a watercolour. So I'm just going to do the same thing. Now that's super watery. I've not tried and brush off very well, but we'll go with it. Gone quite nice together. I'm going to try a different way. I'm going to put this down quite thick. Dry it off a little bit. Now it's really nice. That blue is really nice. What you can do, like any other normal like what I do this quite a lot with my Neos, you know, if I want to add how nice is that? Taking it from the actual pencil and laying it down is beautiful. Like, look at that blend from that Prize Ribbon into that Mermaid Lagoon is stunning. So let's just try another one. Let's try let's go Fossilized Amber and let's go Fossilized Amber, which is there, and Wild Honey. And I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to lay it down. In fact, we'll do it both ways again so we can see. top one, I'll put the pure honey, wild honey even, over the top. And second one, we will take it from the actual pencil itself. I'm really liking how they're working on this paper, which is kind of filling me with confidence to use them in a book, because they are just reacting so smoothly. Obviously, if I was in a book, I would drag it down a bit more. That's lovely. That's blended absolutely beautifully. I'm going to activate just the fossilised amber now, which I've kind of shaded like hard pressure and then into not. And obviously, again, if this was a book, I'd work them edges a little bit better, but I'm not that bothered. I just want to kind of see how it's going to blend. So again, I'm just going to take, just so you can see, I'm just taking that off there. My brush isn't super wet really, but it's picking up pigment quite well. Yeah, I actually really like this second method. So putting a layer down and then shading, taking the pigment from the pencil and putting it on that way. That I'm really liking that way of doing it. Really nice. And then the other thing I wanted to try, now obviously this ink is water reactive, so whatever you use, I'm just interested to see, what did I just grab? I grabbed ripe persimmon. I don't think I've ever used this colour. I like it though. So I'll put that down, put it down quite thick. And then let's go over it with, let's try Rustic Wilderness. So I'm going to do the same. I think I'll like colour over it there. And then I think we'll take it off the pencil itself. Now you can see it, the colour is, it's definitely this. It's got a little bit of translucency. The dye, the ink from underneath is showing through still. Not a bad thing, quite like it. But I'm just thinking, what will it be like if we paint straight from the pencil? I think taking the pigment from the pencil, they're even smoother. So like, let's do it here in the white. If I take this, and I do this with my nail colours quite a lot, I like it. You just get a little bit more precision. Obviously it just blend out. Now to me it's more pigmented, taken from the pencil and laid down, and smoother. I would say much smoother. That's probably the way I'm going to go with it. Oh, they've got a little bit of a colour dip as always. It's not a perfect match, but I have to say I was anxious. This was a biggish purchase for something that was brand new. Not really sure kind of what was expecting, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad I got them. I absolutely love them. I do love them. I'm excited to try them in a book, which is next. That is really nice. Like really nice. I think that is probably a better way of doing it, maybe. Like taking the colour from the pencil. But yeah, so I hope you liked them. I hope that was useful, and I hope, you know, if you're thinking of getting them, or if you're a little bit undecided, you weren't too sure, I hope that's kind of helped. But I'll show you one last time. That's set 1, set 2, and set 3. I think a beautiful range of colours. I'm excited to see what colours they bring out next. I'm excited to try colouring with them. As I say, I'm going to film that next so we can all see how they work. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you've got them, if you're thinking of getting them, what your thoughts just from that are. And I will see you all in the next video. Please hit that thumb, leave me a comment, and as always, make sure you're subscribed. All that's left to say is adios. I'm now going to go and play with these beautiful pencils. See you later, guys. Bye.